hired
Okay.
that well, which is quick posts everywhere, no context, no proof, social proof that you actually do the shit you say you
No
do.
value
Right?
up front.
No face on the profile, no value up front, no communication. And I just think I wanted to kind of make a point that, like, I would never hire anyone like that. Would you hire anyone like that at home? Right? If the answer is no, stop asking for jobs that way. Right? Like, go about it a smarter way. Like, actually try and become a core part of this person before you actually start asking for a job and things like this. Right? So, Jofu, I was going to fend this one off to you anyway, because I know you've been down the hiring juggernaut a lot, and you've hired a lot of people for us as well, been through the interview process. So if you
I've
could
also
shed
been
any
through
tips.
the gauntlet of like looking for a job for an entire year without like I had a few job offers, but it wasn't anything that I was like excited about, which was the problem, which is why I'm here. So I guess from like the standpoint of like getting hired, it's a lot different than it was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I mean, even like a year ago. So like there's a it's interesting. I don't know where I want to take this. So like when it comes to like somebody I would hire, like the people we've hired are people that I was looking for, but like there are also people that like we kind of described and knew who I was looking for beforehand. So like when we're looking for Jasper, for example, like once we found Jasper in the interview, I'm looking for somebody who was honest, who had integrity. As like the first hire, this is the person I'm looking for. And as soon as he answered, like there's like a few questions he answered, and I was like, okay, that's the guy. And we gave him a shot. And we talked about last night how Jasper's been just the rock of our business for the past few months because of who he is. We got extremely lucky with that. So I think like we're like 5 or 10 really good hires away from being like, yeah, we're like really good at hiring. Maybe we got lucky. We don't know yet, but we have really good employees right now who like know how to learn. Camille's amazing. Like all our employees are really good. But this question is more like I'm looking for a job, right? So there's a few ways to look for a job in 2024, and one of them's LinkedIn. And the way you don't do that is the way that I get pitched all the time is like people like will just use in-mails, and this is what I did as well. And they'll just say, hey, sir, Jofu or Jonathan, I do this, and this is what I'm looking for. And they don't really do any kind of like outreach or like, look who I am, or they just kind of like have a blanket message that's constant to everybody. I would do, if I were to look for a job right now, I'd do two things. And it's the same thing I say for the Jofu method. The same thing if you're looking for work is build something cool, talk about it online, build a personal brand, do the same thing. Since you don't have a job, you have time, right? So use your time to build something cool. Make your LinkedIn posts, make your connections every single day. So make it 20 LinkedIn connections. Start following the companies that you want to work for. It depends on like how bad you want a job. Like if you're desperate for work, then you need to split your time between looking for freelance work and looking for full-time work. And also, if you can afford it, go work for free. That is a way. If you can show me like, hey, I have a good product. So like, for example, somebody wants to be like a video editor. Like, does this person like say what they're good at? So I can actually pinpoint it to this person. No,
doesn't, unfortunately.
So like some freelance jobs that are like really popular right now is like video editors, like thumbnail creators, but they're also like super competitive. So I want to kind of use those. If somebody wants to like edit our videos, we already have a video editor, but they're like, hey, I know you're not looking for an editor right now, but I'll edit like 4 videos for you for a month, and this is my style, right? And if they've done research and like, okay, look, I looked at your other videos and I would change this, and this. I would make these changes and I would try to target this, and this, and gave me like a strategy. I would be compelled to like, James, Ben, I know we have a video editor, but this person like is like, they're like outstanding and I want to give them a shot. Let's give them 4 videos. Let's make some videos for this person to edit. And if they do a good job, probably going to hire them, or they'll be the next hire because they came to us and they're like, hey, look, this is like, I know you guys, I follow you guys, and this is what I do. And I think I make good content for you. Then like, that's going to win. The problem, this is going to be a little long, guys. The problem with like the blanket, like just trying to get hired is that there's so many people who are competing for the same job you are. It's just really hard to even like get an interview. And then once you get on an interview, like I know when I was interviewing last year, the people I was interviewing against were just laid off from Facebook, just laid off from Google, just laid off from freaking X, just laid off from like all these tech layoffs. I'm applying against these people, and not only am I applying, I'm like getting in the final 2 interviews with people with the other person had just got laid off from Google. Like, who are you going to hire? Some like dude who worked at these small little companies, 20-some people companies, 40-some people companies, or somebody who has experience in Google. Like I better have a really good fucking resume for you to hire me. Like even me, I would tell them like, the person's obviously smart, right? And they may not have been, but like that's just who you're competing against. When you talk about like depending on the job, I don't know what kind of job they're looking for. If you're looking for a job in AI right now, you're at a really good advantage. That like everybody who's like looking for a job in AI right now is full of shit. Like nobody has experience in this stuff. So like you can literally just make it your personal brand to like either be a YouTube videos or LinkedIn posts, Instagram posts, just being educational about the stuff you know. So like, and if you don't know anything, this is going to be the same thing I say for people who like are trying to start a business. If you don't know the thing, then learn something and then make a video about it. So like learn something and then make a video about it. Learn something, make a video about it, and make a post about it on LinkedIn, make an Instagram story, whatever you got to do to build your personal brand. And you can even say at the beginning of this, hey guys, I'm an idiot. I don't know anything, but this is my attempt at trying to learn. And if most chances people aren't going to go that far back to see you saying, hey, I'm an idiot. What they're going to see is the 100th video where you're actually the expert. And they're going to be like, man, I need to hire that guy now. And what's going to happen is you're just planting a seed. And as long as you keep watering that seed, and that watering is just making a new video every single day, making a new post every single day, making connections every single day. If you keep watering that plant, it's going to turn into a massive tree that everybody wants.